I understand how you're riding this Chelsea win. You're riding this Chelsea win against Barca, as you should, because you don't have these chances, all the time. Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of the Scoreboard, where we continue to bring you exceptional football and soccer analysis, exceptional predictions, plays, NFL stuff, and so much more. Obviously, it's been a very, very interesting week so far. We're recording on Tuesday. As you can see, I'm putting on my Chelsea jersey. He refused to put on his Barcelona jersey. I guess you can understand why. Last time when we spoke, he was all about Barcelona battering Chelsea, but as you all know, we did have a serious one on Barcelona. We beat them to the ground like children that they are. But before we go ahead, obviously, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all the help so far and everything. We really appreciate. Yeah, so Brandon, what can you say about Barcelona? Listen, that was a good game by Chelsea. There's no denying it. You guys had a very good game. It's just very unfortunate that you guys had help from Real Madrid's agent, not our own. So Real Madrid's agent, how? So that was. I don't really know what's going on. PSG against Barca, red card against Barcelona. Yeah. Inter last season, bad game, bad 15 minutes, just 15 minutes. Yeah. For a young 25-year-old who is so physical. And then today against Chelsea. Thankfully, it's not a knockout game because I don't know. But anyways, good game. That was a very, very, very amazing performance by Chelsea. Very classic game. He came prepared. They played well. And obviously, with home advantage, the crowd was also very involved in the game. So I really, really like the way they played. And, we're going to come back strong. We're going to get better. And we're going to do well in the upcoming games. It's very important that we make these mistakes right now. That way we correct ourselves as early as possible. That way it doesn't cost us the chance to go to the finals. Yeah, great game by Chelsea again. Congratulations. Kudos. Big win, even though it's just a league phase game, but big win. To Chelsea. Let's continue. Last weekend we had some very, very interesting games last weekend. Yeah. Liverpool still lost to Nottingham Forest again. Same thing happening. Same thing last season. They didn't score a goal and they lost. Yeah. This time around, they considered 3 goals. It wasn't 1-0. It wasn't 1-0 anymore. It wasn't 2-0. It was 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. And the main thing is that they didn't look like they're about to score. They played the whole game and they didn't look like they're about to score. For example, when you're playing a game and then you think that at this point in time, you're threatening. Liverpool played the whole 90 minutes and there was absolutely no point where you see Nottingham Forest were in their shell and Liverpool was actually threatening Nottingham Forest. There was absolutely no point. Salah looks washed. The coach looks washed. The only person that even came to the field and even made a small spark was probably Rio Ngumoha. Like, there's nothing interesting about the team. And you guys think Florian Wirtz is the problem? It's not Florian Wirtz. Liverpool has a problem from their core, And then once some people keep on talking about other teams when their teams have problems, Yes. So, it's just absolutely terrible from Liverpool. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. I think they're okay. Not okay. Compared to last season, I think the difference is that Salah was too clutch last season. Yeah. But this season, he needs help and he's not getting that help. Not at all. And then the midfield hasn't really changed that much. But I think Ibrahim Konate has been very, very bad this year. He was so poor against Nottingham Forest. He was very poor. Like, he had nothing to show for. So, yeah. And they were actually exploiting him. And for some reason, because of that defensive errors and that lack of cohesion, Nottingham Forest were very, very successful in transitions. All 3 goals came from transition. And it's like, well, what's going on with the defense? It could have been worse, to be honest. Yeah. It could have been worse. And this is from a Sean Dyche team. So that's absolutely terrible. I don't know what needs to be done by Liverpool. Like, sometimes it's hard to really pinpoint what's wrong with the team. But this time around, it's just every little piece of everything is just not going very well. Yeah. You cannot really say it's just one, because it cannot be only Konate as well. Because obviously, yeah, it's a team thing. It's a team thing, so there's a whole problem with the core of the team. So I don't know if they need to maybe call Bizot here to come and join them, to play for them. But it's so bad. Yeah, it's crazy. 400 million and it's actually went worse. Yeah. After winning the Premier League, it's so terrible. It's going to be interesting to see what they do against West Ham, because this season, after 12 games, Liverpool haven't actually drawn a single game. They've either won outright or lost outright. It's actually so crazy that I haven't had a tie game. So it's going to be interesting to see what they have this weekend. And another big counterpart of them, like, for example, Man City.
Yes.
I don't know, this weekend was just very funny. Most of the big teams in England lost their matches, except other big teams like Chelsea, world champions. But their counterpart, Man City visited Newcastle in St. James Park. We know it's always a very, very trying place. And I would say Newcastle actually lost a lot of chances. Nick Waterman went face to face with Donnarumma and lost about 3 chances, a header, 2 saves and stuff. It was very, 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 very good. Even Harvey Barnes missed a very, very good clutch ball close to the goal. So it's very, very funny. And also Man City lost to Leverkusen as well. So what do you think is happening with Man City at this point in time?
Well, that loss against Newcastle was a little bit warranted because I don't think the Man City team could handle the pressure. They couldn't handle that pressure, and Newcastle actually came to play.
Yeah,
they came to play. You could see them attacking efficiently. They were playing together as a team. All 11 players were playing. I mean, they could have scored more than 2 goals.
More than 2, exactly.
If Walter Matthau didn't miss those chances. And it's actually funny because I actually thought Man City was actually developing and getting to that stride.
Exactly.
And I saw them to be that one team that could actually compete with Arsenal, but that loss was a big blow to Man City's chances. And I also think against Leverkusen, they underestimated the team. They started a bunch of guys.
Oscar Bob Savino.
I mean,
Mamouche.
It's like they really came and were like, let's just beat these guys and wait for the weekend. To their greatest surprise, Leverkusen kept a clean sheet against Man City. That was I couldn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. And so far, as you can see, the only consistent teams in England right now, I would say, even Chelsea itself is not consistent, to be honest. We have won a couple of games in a row, but to be honest, we're not very consistent. We're just trying to pick up that consistency now. So I would think the most consistent team in the Premier League right now is just Arsenal. Why am I saying this? Aston Villa lost so many games at the beginning of the season, but right now they are 4th in the Premier League.
It's crazy, right? Didn't win their first 5.
Exactly. Same thing here. Man United, they are 11 right now, but if they won their game, they're like top 4. So you can just that from like 4th, 4th to like 11, 12, they're all in that conversation. So the league is just very, very, very unstable at this point in time. So it's up for grabs. All the positions, like all European positions, are all up for grabs. So it's a very, very interesting league season this year. I don't know if it's that other teams are just so strong, or is that, what's the dynamic here?
I think Arsenal is doing great. They keep building their team. They haven't really lost anyone influential. You could make a case for Liverpool losing Diaz. You never know. You never really know what the factor is. Chelsea is still developing. Chelsea is coming up strong.
Yeah.
So that's a positive for Chelsea. I think the overall change has been Liverpool. I think that's the main thing that is actually making the league quite unstable right now, because Man United, they're 11th right now, or I don't know how.
Yeah, 11.
So we didn't think they'll be a top 7 team. So who is really the main outlier right now? And then Man City, we thought it would have been much better this season, but they are a little bit better compared to last season. But because of the schedule so far, I think this first half of the season, you see that maybe some tough games have been played, and the league is kind of really unstable, I would say. And then very, very mid teams are performing very well. That's also another thing. So teams like Bournemouth, they're playing extremely well, even though they lost. They had a draw and a tie against West Ham. But those mid teams like Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, they're playing exceptionally well. And that's why I see the 4th to the 11th as really, really close when it comes to the points. And right now, you can make a case for the top 4 to 7 is wide open to anyone.
Yeah.
So that's really crazy. It's going to be interesting to see how the second half of the season goes. But
yeah,
I don't know. Arsenal's league, the Premier League is Arsenal's loss, basically.
Exactly. And talking about Arsenal absolutely defeated Tottenham Hotspur. Like the whole game, you could see that Spurs had nothing to show for it. They were completely bamboozled. They were out of place. Xavi Simons was completely lost in the field. He came into the field. He refused Chelsea to join Tottenham. And as you can see, I don't know if it's that probably Thomas Frank isn't a big team coach, but they're absolutely doing complete nonsense in the field. I don't want to say rubbish, but they're doing completely nonsense in the field. Arsenal deserve to win the game from every perspective. Like they played like they came in to win the game, and they won the game comfortably well. It could have been more.
Yeah, it could have been more. Is that expected though? I think Spurs, they have issues with fellow London teams like Arsenal, like Chelsea.
We beat them comfortably.
They have problems winning these teams. I think they only beat teams like Manchester United, and Spurs are very good against Manchester teams. Like Man City, like Man United, they always win those games. When it comes to London derbies, I feel like they have a lot of difficulties getting wins.
World champions.
So I just think that's the thing. And obviously Thomas Frank's first season, and you have the surging Arsenal team. I mean, it was a mismatch, tactically speaking, and from a personal standpoint. I think Arsenal's team right now could actually beat any mid team, 97 times out of 100. So I think Spurs are pretty okay, but I don't think they'll win Arsenal. So I think that was going to be a win for Arsenal, and it was.
Yeah.
And the numbers actually said it 4-1, comfortable win for Arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, that was very clear. So Arsenal win was very clear, like you said, very expected, even though I wanted them to lose the game. But I think that's kind of it. And yeah, another up and down team in the Premier League was spoken about Liverpool losing, Man City losing. Man United lost to Everton with 10 men. There are two things to bring out of here. First things, we had Drissa Gana-Gueye hitting a teammate.
Fellow teammate, what are we doing?
What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are
you thinking, brother?
But even after that, wonderful goal from Keenan Dewsbury Hall, who left Chelsea, and Man United played and they couldn't do anything to Everton. It felt like the game went on for as long as possible. 0-0. Absolutely magnificent performance from Pickford. But what's going on with Man United?
Consistency is very difficult. It's very difficult to be consistent in the Premier League, except for Arsenal right now.
But do you think there's a problem with Amorim?
I think they haven't.
Why will you have yet 5 at the back when a team is leading you 1-0 and they have a red card? Why would you still have 5 at the back? Why we have 3 centre backs? Does it really make sense?
They don't have the identity. And because you don't have an identity, you don't really know you don't know how to do in-game adjustments. I mean, really, those guys are professionals. You shouldn't have to learn how to do this.
Exactly.
You just have to know that, all right, these guys are 10 men down or 1 man down. Let's push up. Let's find ways to score. Let's take some risk and force some balls in,
Pause.
But I really don't get it. I mean, credit to Everton. Everton always find ways to defend effectively, especially when they score.
Yeah.
But it's actually crazy that they actually scored after being 1 man down. It's so crazy. Hey, Man United, I don't really know what to say.
And another thing is that the next 10 fixtures are not extremely good. I would say extremely good because they don't face any original top 6 side.
Who?
Man United. They don't face any original top 6 side in the next 10 fixtures. So,
okay.
Do you think they'll be able to break that record and win 5 in a row, like somebody shave his head?
No. Man United is not winning 5 in a row. I mean, it's very difficult to win 5 in a row right now.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Liverpool did it the first 5 games, and after that, they crashed and burned. So, Man United can't. I mean, they're going to tie a game, obviously.
Yeah.
Unless they have 5 home games, and those teams... I mean, you want to say they take a red card, but obviously that's not a factor.
Exactly.
Because Everton got a red card, and still Man United
they were at home.
couldn't get a tie. So, I really think they won't get 5 wins in a row, unfortunately. So, that guy is probably going to have to keep his hair for quite some time.
Quite some time. He probably needs to start making dreads or something,
Yeah, he has to do a hairstyle.
Yeah.
Maybe he can get to Ryan and Ryan can show him one of those things.
Exactly,
It's funny, it's a fellow Man United.
United fan, so yeah. So
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Talking about teams that are very, very inconsistent. Our fellow children in Spain, Real Madrid, they went to Elche, a newly promoted team, and they drew the game 2-2. I told you a couple of weeks ago that yes, Madrid beat us in their stadium, but it's a long season, right? It's a marathon. It's not a small sprint. And they won the game. They went up 5 points, right? Guess what? We're 1 point behind Madrid.
Guess what?
They still have to come to Barcelona to play. And they have what were you trying to say?
Barcelona hasn't won any big team since this.
No. Listen,
it's been
the goal of
lost to Real Madrid.
The goal of the season is to win trophies.
They lost Chelsea, and now they can't win again. Do you guys think guys are going to win in Madrid? I don't think so.
Listen, do you know what we have to do?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Do you know what we have to do? Listen, you guys lost to newly promoted Sunderland.
Okay.
Jose, you have to understand. The goal of the La Liga is to win the league title. And that's why we have 38 games. That is also why we have home and away games. You understand that? Now, we're 5 points behind Madrid when we're making all the noise. And now we're just 1 point behind them. And when they come to the Camp Nou, we're going to beat them. And guess what? They're going to drop so many points again.
We are highline.
Well, guess what? We used the same highlight last season. Now what happened? We got a domestic treble.
Exactly. That's why you have film, and coaches have been watching film, and that's why I could see that.
Well, the film was there the entire last season.
No. You cannot say that. It's the same thing like Saquon Barkley. People have watched film on him, and the same thing's happening now. Same thing like Barcelona. People have watched film on you guys, and they know how to break your high line. So that's exactly what's going on. And obviously, Madrid drew 2-2. It was a difficult game, technically. Elche are a very, very good side. They got promoted, but they are a very good side, and they played well. They deserve the draw, so I mean they'll take it. But Madrid is still above Barcelona, and I think that's it. It's a fair game.
No. Like I said, Madrid are above us by 1 point, right? And just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were up by 5 points. So I'm just telling you, it is a marathon and not a sprint. The entire goal of the season is to play tough games, is to grind out games, get wins, and win the league title. That's the most important thing. You understand? So all of this is to make sure that in May you lift the trophy. You get it? So we could lose to Madrid on the road. We could tie a couple of games on the road. We could do whatever we have to do. But the main idea is to win the league title. And we're going to see who wins the league title.
I mean, that's good. Obviously, they went ahead and then they won the match in Bilbao. Like we spoke
and we still played the high line, even though we won 4.
Yeah, exactly. Bilbao had a red card.
And Bilbao is a top 5 team.
Hans Sanchez had a red card.
Oh, the same record we had against Chelsea?
No. You know the funniest thing? Last week, I said it here. Barcelona beating Bilbao was very easy because we're saying that we're trying to fatten our pick for the slaughter. Obviously, we fattened Barcelona and we absolutely slaughtered them. Lamine Yamal opened his mouth and said, we played the big team on Sunday already, so this other one is going to be a normal game. And guess what? He was totally humiliated. Like we said, he was going to be humiliated. Cucurella locked him in prison like he has done to countless others, and you guys were completely humiliated. So, obviously, you can go ahead, win your small games at home, La Liga and stuff, but when it comes to big teams, Barcelona cannot win a big team.
Which team is a bigger team than Barcelona in the whole world?
I mean, when I say big team, I mean big team comparatively. We cannot compare Athletic Bilbao to Chelsea. We know that Chelsea is far bigger.
No, but there's only a few teams that are bigger than Barcelona.
No, we're not talking about Barcelona bigger. We're just talking about, we're called big teams. You know that we're talking about 4.5-star teams, 5-star teams like Chelsea, which you guys could not beat, PSG, which you guys could not beat, Real Madrid, which you guys could not beat.
Oh, so are you going to also bring your coefficient analysis?
Obviously, how will I not bring it? But guys, as you can see, it's clear.
Oh my gosh.
Next time.
Listen, brother. Listen. I understand how you're riding this Chelsea win. You're riding this Chelsea win against Barca. As you should. Because you don't have these chances, all the time. So you definitely have to ride this.
Just let him know. Chelsea and Barcelona have a neck-to-neck, a tie record when it comes to head-to-head. So
head-to-head what? What competition have you played together?
Well, I play all European competitions together. Chelsea and Barcelona.
Which is the biggest competition in Europe?
The Club World Cup. Which we just won.
The Club World Cup is the biggest competition in Europe.
It's the biggest, absolutely.
In Europe?
It's a club. In Europe, it's the Champions League.
How many titles do you guys have?
When was the last time you guys won it? We don't have this argument.
No, I'm asking you a better. We always come back to this. Cedric, here's the thing.
We are not here to be historians.
We're here to be talking about sports.
Exactly.
There's a reason why Manchester United is still a bigger club than Chelsea. There's a reason for that. You understand? Now, Man City won a Champions League. They won the Premier League 5 times in a row. I'm not going to say that Man City is a bigger team than Chelsea. We're a bigger club than Chelsea. I won't say that. Chelsea is a bigger club than Man City.
Well, not talking
now, here's what I'm saying. You guys won Barcelona today.
Mm-hmm.
Very good for you. Very good for you. Enjoy the win. But know where your limit ends. Know where the road ends for you. That's all I'm saying. You can say everything you want about us from a tactical standpoint. You guys did well. You guys defended well. You guys created better chances. You guys exploited our high line. And you guys beat us 3-0. Good. Do that and end where you're supposed to end. That's all I'm asking you to do. Because when you get into waters that you can't navigate, that's where things get tricky for you.
I mean, I'm going to leave it by the way. We're still winners. I don't want to talk about this a lot, but we're still winners. And obviously, I don't really care about what he's saying right now. Because
you shouldn't care.
We are winners, and you can see
he should be high. I know you're just off.
He's not even proud enough to wear his jersey. I brought him an extra Chelsea jersey, which he doesn't want to wear. But, that's it for our reactions. Like I said, Obviously, if you had any interesting game which you thought was very interesting and you want us to talk about it, you can put in the comments or anything, and we'll talk. But I mean, the past is gone. Let's look forward to the future. Let's look at the upcoming games coming in Europe this season. Upcoming games coming, and the first one I want to talk about is a very big one: Chelsea versus Arsenal. This is a very big game because Chelsea is second, Arsenal is first, and if we win this game, we go 3 points behind Arsenal. Therefore,
3 points behind. Oh my gosh, that's a long way behind.
It's a long way behind. Like you're talking about 5 points, and you're saying it's a short way, and now you're saying that 3 points behind.
I mean, you guys are not clutch like us. You guys lost to Brighton at home. You lost to Sunderland at home.
Just beat you guys.
You guys are not good.
You cannot be talking to me, man.
Consistent games.
You guys cannot be talking to me. We just trash you guys. We are Chelsea. We just.
And yet you lost to Sunderland. You lost to Brighton, and you drew to Brentford.
Which is
listen, brother.
Look,
Bro,
guys.
Listen, let me tell you something. Like I said, you guys have to know what you can do.
Say what we can do. How?
You have to know when facts end and delusions begin.
What Chelsea will do to Arsenal, I already put down the chart. Chelsea to win Burnley, it came to pass. Chelsea to trash and
Arsenal didn't lose to Spurs. You said that. Arsenal didn't lose to Spurs.
Chelsea you said beat Arsenal. That's exactly what's going to happen. Even if they're not scared of us, if they watch, I know they definitely watch. They watch what we did to Barcelona right now. They'll be shaking in their boots and waiting for us to come. So Chelsea is going to absolutely dismantle us now and we'll go 3 points behind them. I mean, what do you have to say regarding that?
Arsenal, you have to be very careful. You have to be careful. Now, after everything I've said about Chelsea, they have the inconsistencies. They lose games that they shouldn't lose. They draw games that they shouldn't have drawn. But they do get some big wins. They do get some important wins. They beat PSG. They beat Barcelona. They beat Liverpool. Those are 3 of the best teams in the world. And Chelsea beat them. So you should be very, very careful as you travel to Stamford Bridge because these guys are well motivated and they play with a lot of heart. They're very physical. So you have to be very, very careful. This is going to be a good game. You guys are 6 points ahead. So it's not like if you lose this game, you're going to lose the title. But if you do win this game, it's a wrap. So I think that's a very, very good game. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. It's going to be very, very defensive. It's going to be nail-biting. And I don't think there'll be many goals in this game because there's going to be a lot of respect between the two teams. So I know what's going to happen here. I'm going to let you guys know.
Okay. I mean, that's it. I just know that Chelsea's going to beat Arsenal, but what do you guys?
You don't know. You think?
I mean, I think I know the same thing. The same thing I thought about Barcelona. 6-7, 6-7. So, guys, you guys tell us what you think about this game and what you think is going to happen. But as for me, I'm going to be predicting. I'm going to be looking at Chelsea to win the game. Nothing much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, after this, another good game we're looking forward to is City versus Leeds, just because City actually lost to Leverkusen, like we said, and City also lost their previous game to Newcastle, and they are third in the Premier League. Obviously, they are trying to keep pace with us, but City versus Leeds, Leeds are not in the best of form per se. So what do you think about City versus Leeds?
Yeah, Leeds went up one goal to Aston Villa, and then Villa came back in the second half and won the game.
Yeah.
So they're traveling now to Manchester City to play against a team that is not happy. Man City is not happy at all. They lost to Newcastle. They lost to Leverkusen. I think this is a game that Pep Guardiola puts all his Avengers in the game from start to finish.
Exactly.
He says, hey, you know what? Let's beat up on this team. And let's get these 3 points. And let's start a new sequence of victories. So I think this is a game that Man City has to and will win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, same thing here. I think Man City absolutely dominates. They start with their warhorse, Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland, Tijani Reinders, and maybe Cherki. I don't really like Cherki, to be honest, because he's been playing funny when he's in the team. But I think Man City getting here, they get a lot of shots, because that's a good play for me. They get a lot of shots, a lot of corners, even in the first half. So that's a game that I would like everybody to consider looking at as well. So yeah, that's a very good one.
Yeah, Man City they will definitely get a good win here.
Yeah. And then looking at the same Manchester teams, Manchester United lost to Crystal Palace. I mean, sorry, they lost to
Everton. Yeah,
Everton, exactly. And right now they are facing Crystal Palace. In Crystal Palace, we know that Palace is a very, very dangerous team.
Very, very dangerous. As in ultra dangerous.
Exactly.
As in crazy. As in they can't lose. And they won't lose.
They won't lose, to be honest.
So that's one of my best plays this weekend. I think Crystal Palace will avoid defeat to Man United.
Yeah.
At home, it's going to be tough for Man United to grab the win here. I don't really think they can do that. With all due respect to Man United, who have been playing well, but I don't think they're in a spot right now where they can actually go into Crystal Palace and win the game.
Exactly.
I think they need to go back home and try to win the game back home. But I think it's going to be very, very difficult. They couldn't win. Did they defeat Nottingham Forest? Was it like a 2-2 draw? Or
2-2 draw, exactly.
Exactly. And then now they lost to Everton, and then now they're going to play against Crystal Palace, who are so good defensively, who know how to stop teams. They know how to defend very well.
Yeah.
And they know how to attack.
That counter-attack is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So yeah.
And this is not the team that Man United can actually do those long balls, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of same here. I think the counter attack of Palace is very, very dangerous. Man United, they're good, but to be honest, I think it's going to be very, very tricky. I don't think Man United lead with Sellers back with a win. It's almost impossible for me. I think Palace come to this game, do very, very good, and if they're not careful, they probably win the game. So
yeah, they could actually win this game.
They could actually win this game outright.
It's gonna be crazy.
I don't know if the United think that they were winning games and they started drawing was a fluke. To be honest, but I don't know if it was a fluke or something. But it's crazy because I'm not saying that. But let's just wait and see. And then
that's funny.
Next one, Liverpool as well. Same thing. They are going to go and face West Ham United. Still going to London. West Ham United have been. They've been trying 2 wins or something like that. So I think they are going very good here. So what do you think? Do you think Liverpool comes back up and gets a win against West Ham? They're struggling Liverpool.
I mean, Liverpool have had the best of West Ham over the last 5 years, but they've had the best of many teams as well, and they've been losing.
Yeah.
West Ham went up 2-0 against Bournemouth, and then Bournemouth came back to draw the game 2-2. Liverpool, on the other hand, they've not tied a game so far.
Yeah.
6 wins, 6 losses out of 12 total games. So, if you ask me, I think it's a game that Liverpool have to win. But now they have a midweek game against PSV in the Champions League, and then they have to travel to London to play West Ham, who are well rested. So I think energy becomes a factor in this game. So I really think this is a game Liverpool have to win, but I don't really know how West Ham will play. That's one thing. You could make a case for Nottingham Forest, how they defend and how they can transition. For West Ham,
you don't know what to show up.
You don't know how they'll show up today. You don't know if they're going to be sluggish as usual or they'll try to become so clutch. You don't know what you're going to get from Bowen and Paqueta and those boys.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm very, very scared when it comes to West Ham and Liverpool. And as you know, Liverpool and I have a very, very strange relationship. I love that team a lot, but they don't like me back. So it's going to be an interesting game. I do lean Liverpool to win, but I don't know. Just because they either give away games or they win games.
Yeah. I think it's a similar ideology here. I think West Ham will look at this Liverpool game and say, and they'll be interested. They'll be like, hey, we're going here. I think we can actually get a win. Mm-hmm. Like, we're playing at home. I think we can actually get a win. So I think West Ham are going to go all out. Liverpool, if they don't win this one, I think they, like, obviously, we're talking about them not considering sacking and Slot, but right now their fans are actually in so much pain. You cannot lose like more than 5 of your last 6 games, and there's no question mark. Something is
wrong. It's actually funny that Liverpool have 6 wins, but they won their first 5.
Exactly. So,
which means out of the last 7 games, you've lost 6 and you've won 1.
Exactly. So that's extremely poor.
That is bad.
I don't know if energy is lacking the team because you cannot see people like Kerkers that were performing so well in Bournemouth. You come and see Salah performing so well last year. Maybe he's a little bit older or lacks.
Maybe it's the philosophy.
Philosophy. Exactly.
So because he lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's a good right back, and then you're starting left back. Robertson is not starting most of the games. You have Kerkers. You have Konate is losing form. The midfield is still around there. The attacking has been very, 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 very poor.
So yeah, I don't know if they need to maybe go on a break or go for some kung fu or yoga trip and then get themselves revitalized, because right now they are absolutely not the best and absolutely not it. And if you're a person, I don't think you will really sit down and comfortably say that Liverpool is going to win West Ham. You cannot say that confidently. That would have been a lock last season, but now you can't. You cannot actually say anything like that. So it's just absolutely. In fact, it's so bad for them at this point. And what can we say? Let's just watch and see what happens. Yeah, and obviously we're going to leave England right now, and then we're going to go to Spain, where Real Madrid is going to Girona. I think right now I've been playing about 3 games back to back away from home. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think this is an opportunity where Real Madrid drops another 2 points and then Barcelona gets ahead of them by winning Alaves?
I think that's what's going to happen. They've lost a couple of defenders, a lot of defenders. No Alaba, no Harrison, no Rudiger, no Courtois. So they could lose this game. The only chance at winning is to outscore Girona. And Girona have been doing very, very badly this season.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually funny. I predicted Liverpool to win last week just because the previous week before the international break, they actually had a 0-0 tie.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe they would win this game, and they actually drew the game, and it actually affected some things I had going on my DraftKings. So that was bad. It's actually very, very, it hurts more when you have a team that you don't like, that you don't want to win.
Yeah.
When you have them to win it on a lay, it's conflicts of interest.
Yeah.
But anyways, this game though, I do think Madrid gets in the win column because it's very, very trivial that they do get a win here. If they don't win this game, we're gonna go up at least 2 points ahead in the league table, and that's it. That's a wrap for La Liga.
I don't think Xabi Alonso wants to be in that position. So I think he's gonna put in everything in place for Real Madrid to win. So yeah, I do think Real Madrid goes in here and actually takes the win.
I know what's gonna happen. Penale a favor de Real Madrid. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot really blame us. I've been talking about this thing all the time, but there's actually no legal proof that Real Madrid is actually doing anything funny to get this thing out.
All you need to do is put 1 + 1 to get 2.
I mean, sometimes you put 1 + 1 and you get 11. It just depends on how you write them down. So,
oh wow, where did you go to school again?
I didn't really go to school. You know, we just
no doubt.
We took a crash course and we were here. We are. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of it regarding our European segment. Obviously, we have other interesting games like Barcelona versus Alaves. I think Barcelona is gonna win after trashing them, beating them, taking them out of everything. I think they'll try to bounce back versus Alaves. I think they'll probably get a win.
Yeah,
and they're crying Lamine Yamal. Maybe he does something this time around.
He's gonna score or something.
There's no Cucurella there, so he can do whatever he wants.
Guess what? AC Milan beat Inter Milan. We spoke about this last weekend.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, you guys are in trouble. I don't know what to say. So let's just say the way Madrid always bends the knee to Barcelona, maybe that's how Inter Milan bends the knee to AC Milan.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
But that was just something I thought we could share.
Yeah, it's just completely.
And Roma is also playing. They might win the league, but hey, you never know.
They're like that.
It's horrible.
That horse. You don't see anybody talking about them. But
exactly, they're just right there.
They're just right.
And they also play in Europe, so they have the Europa League, and then they have the Serie A, and they're doing very well. It's really crazy what they're doing over there.
Yeah. So I mean, I think some very, very good stuff here. And like you said, we were also looking at very interesting plays. Obviously, we have good things we're gonna give on Instagram and stuff, but we have also interesting plays. Like, I said maybe you can consider looking at how Man City play. They'll probably have a lot of shots versus leads and stuff. You can also maybe look at Barcelona versus Alaves. Obviously, the way they play at home, they'll try to be very aggressive after the match against Chelsea, so they'll have a lot of shots as well and stuff like that. So I think they'll dominate. What are some interesting plays that you think that they should probably consider here?
Yeah, no, guys, take the play seriously. Last weekend was the perfect weekend.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Leverkusen, easy. But this weekend though, I really like Crystal Palace to avoid defeat to Manchester United.
Yeah.
So I like Crystal Palace to actually, I think they'll win or draw this game against Man United. And then the other one I like is Man City against Leeds. I'm very, very confident in this one. I think Man City keeps a clean sheet, but I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to pick one of those guys to actually keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite pick. Both teams to score or no.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like that in this specific game. I think I'll lean Man City to actually, have a very perfect game because they have to. And then obviously I'll hope that Leeds, don't score or something. So those are my 2 main plays in this weekend. I love these 2. I have one more. That's a long shot. Chelsea against Arsenal. I have a play here. I'm gonna take correct score 0-0, 10 odd. Chelsea against Arsenal. 2 defensive teams that respect each other, especially after Chelsea against Barca and probably Arsenal against Bayern. It's crazy.
Exactly.
So I think this weekend, after a lot of high emotional games, they'll just try to, let's just draw this game and see what happens next year. 0-0, 10.5 odds. I'll see you guys at the counter.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for soccer. So tell us if you have any other interesting pick or anything that you would like us to talk about or consider as well. Write it down and we'll probably look into it.
Yep.
But yeah, obviously last week we spoke about the NFL, which was good as well.
It was not good. My team blew a 21-point lead and we lost the game. No way, Philadelphia. No way.
It was absolutely horrible. For him. I was very proud. Ravens, even though Lamar Jackson was trash, but we got the win. So it's all good for us.
The NFL is a joke, guys. Football is entertainment.
Actually, that's exactly what I was saying. We'll not say much just because of
you can't say anything else.
Regulations and shit.
You know what made me conclude that conclusion?
But
how can you guys be 40 points down and then you score a touchdown and you're celebrating? Like, what are you thinking? What are you even doing? Why are you celebrating?
Yeah.
So it's everything things like that as well. And then among many other things that we could talk about later.
Yeah, but obviously, like I said, we'll have interesting plays that I would like to consider. Last week I spoke about this one. I took the Seahawks. I like that play. But this week I'm still gonna take them again versus the Vikings.
Okay.
I think they'll win by at least a field goal. At least a field goal. So
I think I love that.
Yeah, that's a good one for me. I'm also gonna add that another interesting play here that I also talk about is also the Rams. I think they'll win close. I think probably Rams with Panthers.
Blow those guys out.
I think they'll blow them completely out because they want Matthew Stafford McVay wants Stafford to be MVP.
Exactly.
So I think
and that defense is so underrated.
Exactly. So what they'll do to the Panthers, I think at least a touchdown. So that's a good one for me. And then the last one, the Chargers versus the Raiders. After Chargers have been completely rested, versus the Raiders that lost the Browns.
They don't know what to do. Yeah.
They lost the Browns with their new quarterback, Shadow Sanders. I don't think they have anything to give out. I don't think they have anything. So I think the Chargers actually win at least a field goal in this one. So those are some of the best plays I would like to talk about. But yeah, do you have anything?
Yeah. I'm going to give another lock. 2 locks in a row last week.
Yeah.
I'm going to give another 2 locks in a row this week. I'm going to take Houston Texans plus 10.5 spread against the Colts. I think the defense is more than amazing.
Yeah.
They have a very good defense.
What the Bills crazy.
It's crazy. And then I'm also going to take something. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns plus 10 against San Francisco. Now, I know this might be shocking to you, but Cleveland have a very, very good defense and they play well against the 49ers.
And they have a new quarterback.
Who can move the ball. And I think Brock Purdy is going to be a little bit gun shy because he threw 3 picks against the Panthers. Now, this is a very, very defensive team in the Browns, and I think it's going to be tough.
Wow, guy.
And guess what? If the Browns stop CMC, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Browns plus 10. That's a lot of points for the Browns at home. And then I'll take Buffalo Bills to win the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And that's it.
That's a no-brainer. And then Broncos to win the Commanders.
Yep. Commanders. That team, man, I really don't know. It's just unfortunate what has happened to the team. Injuries and stuff. But yeah.
They're not physical.
They're not physical enough. Yeah, so
it's crazy. I'd have loved the Dolphins though against the Saints.
Yeah.
But sure. I'll keep that later. I'll keep that. I mean, it's actually a good one because the Dolphins just had a bye week. And they're playing at home. So that's a good one. But I'll keep that out for now. But that's a good game if you want to add. That's a good play if you want to add to something.
Yeah. So I mean, all of that makes so much sense. So I think that's extremely, extremely good. But yeah, guys, tell us if you have any extremely good NFL pick and which one you would like to hear more about it. We'll be talking on Instagram and communicating and sharing interesting places as well. As usual, thank you very much for your audience.
Yes. And guys, let's not forget this. Life is all about perspective and it's all about journeys. But as the saying goes, he who laughs last laughs best.
Now I'm best laughing.
So have a good laugh.
Good night.
I'll see you guys next week.